The bright lights and tall buildings of the starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Batum in at power forward. Now here's Covington. Here's Lillard, back to Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. 6 to shoot. The 3 ball. That shot misses. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And that one's good. Leonard.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
McCollum dishes to Nurkic, and he banks in the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Jackson. He kicks to George. Back to Jackson. Passes it to Zubac. Shoots over Lillard. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Zubac. Outside Leonard. Back to Zubac. Inside. And Leonard gets it to go.
This is what you want to do on the offensive end. Get Kawhi looks in the paint. Rely on him to make a play.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Lillard attacking, and the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. And Portland again with the bucket. The Clippers have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Jackson kicks to Zubac. Back to Jackson. Left side, George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Smooth off the bounce with the strength to finish through contact. Paul George showing us how it's done. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. Outside Jackson. Zubac with it. Now defended by McCollum. George passes to Zubac. Outside for George. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. George has got 6.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Count the basket.
With good size for a 2-guard, Luke Kennard can finish in the paint.
Simons surveying the D. Pass to Cantor. Here's Simons. Back to Cantor. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Stolen by Cantor. Pass to Simons. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And the layup falls. Kennard's got his second basket of the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint. Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
And you wonder how long they can keep it going. At some point, you expect the defense will adjust.
Well, earlier, Damian Lillard.
I look to the times where
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at the Trail Blazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
Here are the five Portland has to start the second quarter. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. And as Cantor is out there with Anthony, and it's Jones in at the three. Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got his first bucket of the night.
And how about the setup? Man, Morris keeping his head up. Beautiful assist.
Quarter number two. We're about a minute in. Lillard looking around. Trailblazers keep it alive. He gets that one. Cantor's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Now here is Morris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Here's Cantor. He's looking for Lillard and finds him. McCollum outside. Lillard outside. Back to McCollum, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Both teams deciding to change it up. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. Well, last season the Blazers were beset by injuries and they fell short of their goals. Their star Damian Lillard said, "Once we're in a better position, I want people to remember how I responded when things didn't go my way, so that they know my character is true." Kevin, we know that Dame grew up in Oakland, a place where overcoming adversity was ingrained. Back to you.
Thank you, D.A. Trailblazers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. George against Lillard. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Anthony. Goes back up. Batum grabs the miss.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
Up top, Powell, defended by George. And Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got the game tied up here for Portland.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
George passes to Oturu. And here's Jackson. There's the 3. And Jones pulls it down. To the paint. It's tipped. Lillard against Jackson. It's deflected. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
Lillard outside. There's the triple. Offensive rebound, and Cantor able to finish.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. The dish now to Batum. Outside for Jackson. Again, Los Angeles.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Lillard outside. Pass to Anthony. Back to Lillard. This one for three. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. They trail by 1. Leonard the pass to George. Back to Leonard. Launches it. And Jones pulls it down.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Powell dishes to Jones. Back to Powell. Feeds it to Cantor. With 1 on the clock, and the layup by Powell. Now it's a 3-point Portland lead.
You just love how reliable he is night in and night out. His off.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 11 points and 1 assist. And that's going to do.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Rajon Rondo, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Lillard, that one doesn't go. The Clippers go the other way with it. On the wing, George shoots over Lillard, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. George has got the first points of the third quarter up on the boards for Los Angeles.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Now, here's George. He's got 8, and it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Simons, he's checked in for Lillard. Here's Simons. Paul George making his last shot. Reverses, and Nurkic finishes inside. Nurkic has got the lead up to 3 now for Portland.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now, here is George. 10 points for him. A 3 from Leonard. And the rebound by Nurkic.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing. Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Here's Rondo. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Simons, the pass to Covington. McCollum outside. Good on the shot. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Now Rondo. And George, here we go. Yep, it counts. George has got 6 here in this quarter. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have, man. I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. And yes, it's good.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
George looking around. Leonard on the wing. Again, Leonard missing.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Damian Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Mann, covered by Lillard, and he slams it one-handed.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Portland with the ball after the Clippers pick up 2. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Lillard, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Batum wide open. He fires. No good with the triple. Here's Anthony. Off target. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Trailblazers lead by 5. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Damian Lillard. Garrett Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Simons in at the 2. They grab their own miss. Shoots the 3. To the wing on the left for 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1-3 in the first half.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Leonard in for Kennard. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Jones drives in. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done.
Oh, here he comes.
That was amazing, and look at the elevation. Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
Here's Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
And they continue to control the glass.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. George is checked in for the Clippers. Cantor kicks to Jones. Lillard against Jackson. Now here's Lillard. He's covered closely. Good.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Here's George. The shot, no good.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
17-foot shot on the way. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Cantor.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility. And, boy, he can strike at any time.
George passes to Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection. Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Jackson passes to George. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Leonard and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Pushing the action. Always working for the best shot. Nice drive by Kawhi.
Here's Simons, defended by George. Clock at 6. The pass to Lillard from past the arc. The offensive rebound. The shot will not fall. Here's Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Damian Lillard.
As crafty as he is explosive, Kawhi Leonard gets the defender where he wants him. Gets to the line.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Morris. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. Norman Powell comes in for Derek Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assists. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to 8. Again, the points coming from George. Jackson against Lillard. Kicks it to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Fires the three. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And it's Leonard with the jam.
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
Pass to Powell. Leonard with the steal. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. It counts. And now they trail by just 4.
This is what the team needs from Jackson. Leadership when the game heats up.
Here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Passes it to Jackson. Back to Leonard, to the middle. Zubac kicks to Batum. Pass to Jackson. Clippers moving the ball around. And here's Leonard from 3. Here's Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Puts up a 3. And Cantor pulls it down. Stolen by Jackson. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Lillard up top, defended by Batum. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. George, that's a 2-pointer. So the Trailblazers win it. They see David. Thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. The drama will unfold at Moda. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sport.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in its center. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
The shot's good from Lopez.
Look, outstanding focus from the big man. Lopez, he's accepting the punishment, but muscling through.
Lillard against Holiday. Lillard outside. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. Lopez grabs the board. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. DiVincenzo. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tipping.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now, here's Covington. Lillard with no one around. Cans the shot from the wing.
Pick and roll master. You got to respect how decisive Lillard is. I mean, he often makes great decisions.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. Here's Lopez, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Robert Covington picks one up.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
An effective low post score with a feathery touch. Lopez continues to prove his worth in this league.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Now here's McCollum. And the layup is good.
Ooh, what body control from McCollum. This guy's just a scorer. He takes on all comers.
Holiday with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. Holiday dishes to Lopez. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And that's now 6 points for Brook Lopez. Lillard looking around. Down low. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy's no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around. Can't fall for that. Once Lopez gets you in the air, the rest is easy.
A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Derek Jones in for Norman Powell. The Bucks also with the sub. Connaughton's checked in. Now here's McCollum. He feeds it to Kanter. Lopez with the block.
And having to be careful around Lopez, he's solid at timing when to leap up to block shots.
The kick out to Holiday. Lopez passes to Holiday. Here's Middleton. With a step back. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Oh, the defense with no impact at all. Just didn't have the feel for his jump shot.
Finished off the break.
And this helps build chemistry. Lopez looking to share the ball wherever he can.
Lillard outside. Inside. Kanter kicks to Lillard. And another turnover here by Portland. Simons, he's checked in for Portland. The Bucks also changing it up. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton. I'm glad we got to see the Mobile One block once more. What a play.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Now, here's Tucker. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, man, so terrific at realizing when he should drive inside. Tucker fears no one when he's on the attack.
Passes to Simons. Feeds to Kanter. Looking for Anthony and gets it there. Pass to Lillard. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. Giannis outside. Here's Holiday. He doesn't hit that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. Anthony right side. That's a 2 from Lillard. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Lillard's got his second basket.
Well, Lillard is always going to be aggressive on offense as he looks to catch the defense off guard.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, covered by Anthony. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Lillard, the pass to Carmelo. It could go. And so it's Milwaukee with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We come back right after this. And when asked to compare himself to LeBron James, Giannis had...
I know if I put the work in, maybe.
And, Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, Bobby Portis out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Forbes in at the 2-guard spot. And Cantor throws it down.
Oh, man, what a slam by Cantor. His size lets him make easy work of those big plays in the paint.
Powell against DiVincenzo. There's the lob to Portis.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they'd love to run. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Powell kicks to Anthony. Count that one.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Now here's DiVincenzo. To the middle. Tucker the pass to DiVincenzo. Now here's Middleton. Launches a 3. And Cantor pulls it down. There's the pass to Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now here's Middleton. Pass to Tucker. Now Portis. Tucker finds Portis. Shot clock at 6. DiVincenzo against Jones. There's Portis. No good on the 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And here we go. Portland moving the ball around. Up top, Powell. Defended by DiVincenzo. Jones looking for an opening. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. You think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, but I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that part.
Here's Holiday after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Here's Giannis. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Powell's checked in. 1:44 left to play in the first half. Lillard outside. There's the feed to Nurkic. And it's good. 2 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Bucks.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but you would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Lillard misses.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Gets behind the D on the break and the passes. I mean, it's there waiting for him.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Giannis. Lillard attacking. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. That 3 off the mark. Bucks leading by 4. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Antetokounmpo passes to Holiday. Offline with his 3. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Powell. It's rebounded by Portis.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything it can.
Here is Forbes. And that one released in time, but no good.
You gotta like seeing McCullough get gritty on defense, using his quickness to throw shooters off.
And that's it for the first half of action. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Brook Lopez came out on a mission in the first. He had 8 points and 1 assist. Kenny, your thoughts? Thanks for joining us.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic from Brook Lopez.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward.
Yeah, I mean, the ball handling and body control for a guy that's Giannis's height, it's really impressive.
Middleton against Powell. Back to Lillard. 5 to shoot. Dishes it to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
A physical player with a large frame. Nurkic was seemingly unbothered by the contact.
Milwaukee leading by 4. Holiday attacking, and Covington sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Anthony's checked in for Powell. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Now here's Middleton for the 3. And the rebound by Nurkic.
And I thought that was going to drive. It looked good from here.
And the dunk by Covington.
Proving he's not afraid to finish with power. Covington loves to dunk it home.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Holiday. Great D that time from Nurkic. The Trailblazers shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Pass to Lillard. For the lead. The rebound by the Bucks. DiVincenzo with it. Here's Lopez. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Robert Covington picks one up.
And when Lopez plays hard inside, the defense has to act. You love when he's intense.
Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree. Now here's Jones. Had the space there, but it's offline. Stolen by Cantor. Jones dishes to Cantor. And he's fouled pretty hard. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker. First free throw is good.
Well, known for his unique personality, Cantor also remains a solid role player, someone his teammates enjoy playing with.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Milwaukee in the lead. Giannis outside. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Lopez kicks to Connaughton. Clock at 4. Second shot opportunity. Out to the right wing. With 1 on the clock. Good as the jump shot falls. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Feeds it to Cantor. Offensive rebound. Out to Anthony. Tries yet again. Simons surveying the D. Banked in off the glass. Simons has got his first 2 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
To the paint. Here's Lopez. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here is Forbes. Pass to Lopez. Up and in on the layup. Lopez has got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's using all that size in the paint. Lopez, he's always excelled when he capitalizes in this area of the court.
And the pass to Canada. Puts it up from 17, and he comes up with the deuce.
Oh, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Here's Forbes. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 43 seconds left in the third. To the right side. Simons, the pass to Cantor. Anthony in the corner. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Milwaukee. Bucks leading by 4. Powell with the steal. Covington with it. Now guarded by Giannis. Covington into the lane. Pass to Powell. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. He feeds it to Cantor. lets it go with the three. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Cantor gets a lot of his points this way.
Here's Giannis. Off target with that shot. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. The Bucks on top, up 2. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Yeah, no need for hero ball there. I mean, you just need to make the right basketball play. Outstanding dish.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Holiday. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Portis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
I mean, he's got a lot of smarts on the court, but Tucker doesn't need to think too much on that assist. He was wide open.
Here's Nurkic, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. Bucks shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Lillard against Holiday. Clock at 6. Shot from the top of the key. Misses off the left iron.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Now here's McCollum. Over in the corner, Lillard. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Kicks it out to McCollum. Nurkic trying to get open. McCollum no good.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. He dishes it to Covington. It's Powell on the wing. Lillard against DiVincenzo. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 2. And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
That's an unforced error. That will drive a coach crazy. Got to play heads up out there.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. And Giannis is subbed in for P.J. Tucker. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Outside, Covington. An easy 2 points on the layup. Covington's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers.
Can't forget about Covington in these moments. He relishes any chance to knock down big shots.
Here's Giannis. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch. Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Outside Holiday. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And if Giannis is anywhere close to you, don't shoot him. His length covers a ton of ground, and boy, is he fast.
Powell against DiVincenzo. Nurkic kicks to Powell. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Takes it out to Covington. Lillard against Holiday. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Goes up again. Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
And clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
The Bucks working the ball around. Back to Lopez. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Now here's Lillard.
Outstanding quickness of Lillard. It keeps the D on their heels. He excels at drawing the foul on the drive.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
Middleton left side. The three. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the 3-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
A determined shooter who excels at the charity stripe. Middleton will gladly head to the line.
So the first of 3 is good, and that brings them within 5. The second one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
And really, from second-round pick to all-star, Middleton's story inspirational. Yet even now, it feels like some people continue to sleep on him.
And now you're in a great position thanks to those clutch free throws. 1-possession game now.
Now here's Nurkic. Powell, the pass to Nurkic. From deep. And that's good. Norman Powell for 3.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
And a wide-open look for McCollum. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. From deep 3-point range, on the money.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. And a couple of injuries among their reserves. I expect their starters guys will be ready to do whatever's needed.
2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3. One-on-one fast break. Here's George. Milwaukee with the rebound. And here's Holiday. Stolen by George. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. The feed to George. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Holiday. And the rejection by Jackson. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Batum. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Just 2 to shoot.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
George with the ball. Now guarded by Middleton. Zubac kicks to Jackson. Batum passes to Zubac. Outside, George. Zubac against Middleton. Outside, Batum. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Bucks have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Holiday against Jackson. Here's Giannis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
That's why you got to push Giannis Antetokounmpo out of the paint. I mean, he's too long, too skilled, and very confident from this area. You got to get him out of there.
Now, here's George. Jackson passes to George. And it's George again missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And Middleton kicks to DiVincenzo. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Outside Holiday. The Bucks working the ball around. Lobbed up there for Lopez.
Flashy or not, Lopez can put up points with the best of them.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. Lopez with the steal. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Leonard, the pass to Mann. Dishes to Patterson. Leonard inside. Lays it up off the glass.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
1:29 left to play in the first quarter. Holiday, the pass to Forbes. Rondo against Holiday. Pass to Connaughton. Shot clock at 5. Here's Forbes. The rebound by Patterson.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing, but they don't want to chance that again.
The Bucks have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Mann passes to Patterson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Passes it to Tucker. Here's Connaughton. And the Bucks miss again. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's Leonard. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Leonard's got 6.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Tucker can't get it to go.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint. No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And so he hits both. Los Angeles leading by 4. And the wide open shot from Morris drains the three-pointer.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Charity stripe shot, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Clippers ahead, up 7. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
being able to go through adversity and come up strong.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Los Angeles.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then there's Bobby Portis, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard. Bucks trail by 7. Giannis kicks to Forbes. Feeds it to Middleton. Shoots. Good on the short little jump shot. Middleton's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Bucks. Rondo looking over the floor. And the basket by Oturu.
You know, Rondo's highest priority is to get his teammates open shots every trip. I mean, that's what makes him go and endears him to his teammates.
Here is Forbes. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Outside Rondo. On the wing, Morris. To the inside. Deflects the pass. And here we go, the fast break with Giannis. Middleton on the wing. Three-pointer. Oturu with the rebound.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Out to Morris. Pass to Coffey. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Mann. Giannis outside. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
I absolutely love how Antetokounmpo just has a winning mindset. Consistently, this guy is looking to go all the way to the basket. Has to be devastating trying to stop this guy if you're on defense.
Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. And so here are the Clippers. After the miss from Bobby Portis. Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got the lead up to 7 outs for Los Angeles.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
There's 1:54 left in the first half of basketball. Left side, Portis. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. 4 on the shot clock. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Giannis has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Back to Rondo. In the corner, it's Morris. Here's Oturu. Defended by Portis. Morris against Antetokounmpo. Oturu, the pass to Morris. Here's Mann. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Chris Middleton. Los Angeles shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Bucks trail by 7. Holiday. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Right wing. The shot. And that one is off. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Pushing it up. Outside, Batum. From 8. And the shot goes down. Batum's got his first basket of the night.
You know, he's become more perimeter-oriented over time, but Nick Batum more than capable of scoring inside.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. A 3 for DiVincenzo. Drills it from outside. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Leonard on the wing. He has 6. And Nicholas Batum, the bucket on the assist from Jackson. Batum's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Clippers. Here's Holiday. It's good. Holiday's got his first points of the game.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They've got the 7-point lead. Shaq. And that'll do.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And there's Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2 guard. Misses off the right iron.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. The pass to Lopez. Back to Antetokounmpo. Right side Holiday. 5 on the clock. Shoots. Kept alive. Lopez. And the rejection by Leonard.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the block.
DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
A nice shot by George.
Well, that's a smooth-looking jumper by Paul George. I mean, he's one of the more gifted scorers in the league, and there's no place on the floor where he can't hurt you.
And really, the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on it. Here's George. Inside. Here's Batum. Pass to Zubac. Takes it out to Leonard. Wants to get it to Zubac. And does.
Big Brook Lopez gobbling up space and getting the block on that
play. The feed to Giannis. Sweet move. And the layup is good. And now just a 3-point Clipper lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Jackson passes to Zubac, and it's sent back by Lopez. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Connaughton, powered down with both hands.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Leonard looking around.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
And here we go, the Bucks running again. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
George passes to Zubac, and he banks in the layup. And the Clippers lead by 1.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Milwaukee.
Giannis kicks to Connaughton. Stolen by Jackson. 1:05 left in the third. Passes it to George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. 6 to shoot. Latrey. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Connaughton. Kicks to Lopez. A 3 for DiVincenzo. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
To the paint, here's Zubac. A shot's good on the assist by George. Zubac has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Boy, George is an outstanding player, actually one of the very best in the league. In these screen and roll sets, he knows exactly what to do.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. He dishes it to Lopez. Back to Giannis. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. .11 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Portis, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Portis has got the lead up to 2 now for the Bucks.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboard. Rondo with a nice dish.
Ball's knocked loose. Tie game in Milwaukee. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got P.J. Tucker, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Holiday. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Portis in at the 5. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Just 3 to shoot. Middleton can't get it to go. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Oturu, the pass to Morris. 2 free throws coming up, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Ahead. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Clippers lead by 2.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
To the middle, stolen. Here we go, one-on-one. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And he overshot that one, missing. The Bucks shooting well. They're at 45%. Middleton dishes to Tucker. Here's Forbes. No good on the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Holiday against Jackson. Middleton on the wing. Back to Holiday. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Over Jackson. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
The Bucks have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Jackson against Holiday, and it's Lopez at the elbow. The kick out to Holiday. DiVincenzo against George. DiVincenzo can't hit it. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
You can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
Giannis outside. The kick out to Holiday. He feeds it to Lopez. Shoots over Zubac. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 6 points. That one good from Lopez.
And amidst the tall timber, he's right at home, extremely comfortable. Lopez getting it done.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bucks making a change here. Outside Leonard. Up top Zubac. Platoon passes to Jackson. And a miss there on the triple. For Milwaukee, they've gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Clippers leading by 6. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
And George really good at recognizing his fast break opportunities and torching the defense with his speed and athleticism in transition.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. From deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
George, no good. On offense here, the Bucks. To the wing right side. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Off target from three-point range. Pass to Leonard. From deep three-point range. From beyond the arc and then some. And now it's an 11-point Clipper lead.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot. Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Leonard finds George. From deep. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Here's Giannis. And at last, they get one to fall.
Hey, offensive rebounding. Positioning is important, but nothing's more important than pursuing the pumpkin. And Antetokounmpo is always in the...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The lights of downtown. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And Covington may be not a star, but he's a one of those.
Well, Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
McCollum against George. Now here's McCollum. He's tightly guarded. Here's Covington. Feeds to Nurkic. Leonard with the steal. The shot by George. Wide open. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. And the call. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it, the double checking, and the game continues on. For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
And the first one drops. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
George from deep three-point land. Powell pulls it in.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Off target at the rim. Here's Leonard, and that one is good. Leonard's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, that's about recognizing a transition opportunity when it presents itself. Nice job by Kawhi Leonard.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Covington in the corner. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Dennis Cantor's checked in for Portland. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Patterson's checked in. Jackson looking around. Pass to Patterson. Down low. Here's George. A second chance effort. Leonard inside, guarded by Powell, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
Now, here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay? Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
The shot's good from Cantor.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Left side, Leonard. He feeds it to Patterson. Clippers moving the ball around. Leonard inside. Powell's there. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Patterson finds Leonard. Second chance shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
For the Trailblazers, Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Zubats is checked in for the Clippers. Now here's McCollum. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
And here is Los Angeles now. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
And there it is for him. Leonard's got 10 points in the game.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Jones against Leonard. Here's McCollum. No good on that one. George with the defensive effort. For Los Angeles, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And the first one at the line is good.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Here's Simons. Here's Cantor. Makes it off the glass. Cantor's got his second bucket.
I love that Cantor will pursue rebounds out of his area. This guy's such a powerful player who's willing to exert his will.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he...
Humble beginnings. I'm from...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
They've got Jones. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at point. They're the group the Portland Trail Blazers will start the second quarter with. Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Enes Kanter. And Robert Covington subbed in for Anthony. Morris, no good.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Jones, the pass to McCollum. Nurkic in the post. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. that wouldn't. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
And there's the pass to Oturu. Goes back up, out to Morris, the 3. And Jones pulls it down.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Covington down low. He's covered by Rondo. Covington's shot is off.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Morris into the lane, and Morris throws it down.
Oh, my goodness. You cannot give up a lane to the cup. Once Marcus Morris sees one, forget about it.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Covington wide open. He fires. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Clippers leading by 6.
And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league.
Oturu, the pass to Rondo. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Floats it up there for Nurkic.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Rondo passes to Oturu. Morris outside. Back to Rondo. Morris against Covington. Clock at 4. Morris passes to Oturu. No good. Shot missing. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Here's Covington. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Well, such a good job probing to the interior on the drive. Robert Covington gets to the foul line.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor, checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Jones. Powell, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons. George looking around. Wide open look. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
Lillard against Leonard, and Lillard kicks to Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. Shoots over Leonard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Platoon passes to Zubac. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Now the dish to George. Back to Zubac. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. The 11-footer. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Here's the break. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Powell. 2 on the clock. And so it's Los Angeles with...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 10 points. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic, and the rejection by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. McCollum against Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. McCollum passes to Covington. Nurkic trying to get open. Covington's shot is off.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach to the rest of the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
And the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in.
Well, an 0-for-3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
And it's off from 3-point range.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence. And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. For Portland, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Lillard against Jackson. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. And George kicks to Leonard. Nurkic with the block. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. And then Lillard slams it in.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. Jones checked in for the Trailblazers. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Rondo finds Morris. Back to Rondo. Taken away by Anthony. To the paint. Here's Lillard.
Oh, what a dunk! Out below!
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Rondo against Lillard. Rondo can't get it to go.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Anthony dishes to Lillard. Rob. Now Kennard lays it up and banks it in. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Lillard against Rondo. Lillard with the bucket. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Morris. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. On the wing, Jackson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Anthony down low, defended by Batum. Cantor kicks to Powell. Back to Cantor. Pass to Powell. Just 5 to shoot. And the layup's good off the glass. Powell's got his second bucket of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside, Batum. Passes it to Coffey. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2 for 1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
Cantor, the pass to Powell. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
And now Portland on the break. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. Kennard against Powell. He dishes it to Cantor for the lead, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Boy, not on the same page there, and in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Here's George. Missed. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Clippers lead by 1. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Anthony. And it's McCollum in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Rondo with the ball. Now Anthony defending. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Hard to do, but you've got to cut off every passing angle in that pick and roll. If you don't, Rondo's going to make you pay.
Damian Lillard, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And the free throw, no good. Powell finds McCollum. Now Covington. Powell, no one around him. They get it back. Kicks it out to McCollum. Good on the three-point shot. McCollum's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
George against McCollum. Pass to Rondo. Right side, George. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. George against Lillard. He kicks it to Powell. Back to Lillard. Corner shot. Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. A 2-point game. Here's Leonard. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Patterson, he's checked in for Morris. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Leonard inside. Powell's there.
You know, 2 things happen there. Excellent coverage on the shot, and then finish the possession securing the boards.
Here's Covington. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And the Trailblazers lead by 2. And Lillard kicks to Powell. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's George, and he uses the glass on the layup. George has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Hey, you're asking for trouble now if you let Paul George get room to run. Excellent transition and superb at getting himself in the right position.
McCollum passes to Lillard. Kicks it out to McCollum. Paul George with the steal. Count it. And it's 6 points for George.
That's what you expect from your leader. Paul George stays calm and doesn't get overwhelmed by the moment.
Powell with it. Guarded now by Patrick Patterson. Powell, this is to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Lillard. That one falls.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Leonard on the wing. There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Bucket is good.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has been in so many big-time situations. How confident is he right there?
Lillard outside. Outside, Covington. Back to Lillard. And it's McCollum in the corner. Outside, Covington. 5 to shoot. Powell down low. He's covered by Rondo. The Clippers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. George finds Patterson. 18 feet out. The Clippers rebound. Zubac the pass to Rondo. George against Nurkic. And Leonard has it in the corner. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Now the pass to Covington. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Leonard. That one goes. Count it. Now it's a 6-point Clipper lead.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Lillard from outside. Yes!
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And GA, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Pass to Zubac. Dishes it to Jackson. Nobody near Leonard. The three-pointer off the mark. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. This was a hard-fought. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For great.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And how about the Bucks, who are showing calm as they come down? Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3.
Giannis, if you talk about maturity, the next thing you're going to see is him playing with great patience. Let the play unfold, and then take what the defense gives you.
Now, here's Nurkic, and Lillard kicks to Powell. Kicks it out to Covington. Clock is at 3. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered. At the point guard position in particular, much more scoring expected than in decades past.
Well, I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feel secondary.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Holiday against Lillard. He feeds it to Nurkic. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Excellent off-ball awareness as Brook was able to get over there and swat it away.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Now here's McCollum. The putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane there, hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
Lopez against Nurkic. Stolen by McCollum. Inside, Powell. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
The Bucks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Lopez passes to Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Now here's Lopez. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Holiday against Lillard. The shot by Holiday, no good. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. It's a 5-point game. He blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Fast break, Milwaukee. Holiday with the ball. Antetokounmpo up top. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Middleton can't get it to go. Trailblazers trail by 5. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And it's the Bucks on the break. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo, an emphatic LU jam.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now here's Antetokounmpo. 6 points for him. Lopez with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. His 3-pointers off the mark. The 3 from McCollum. Rebounded by the Bucks. 59 seconds left to play in the first. DiVincenzo passes to Giannis.
Sometimes it takes a while for all that length in Giannis to catch up to those feet, but once he does, man, he can explode.
Lillard looking around. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Clearly a foul.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And you look at his numbers from last year, 89% from the line, so hard to ask for much more than that.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Here's Connaughton, back to Portis. Pass to Connaughton. Portis trying to free himself. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Lillard attacking. Lots of room. It's rebounded by Portis.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Back to Tucker. He kicks it to Forbes. Takes a three. And so it's Milwaukee heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We've got more in store for you right after this. And regarding the mental aspect of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Definitely gave him slow down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
On the floor for Portland, we've got Damian Lillard. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard position. Here's Antetokounmpo after Enes Kanter's basket. Here's Connaughton. Back to Forbes. Here's Connaughton. The putback. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. Here's Lillard. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here we go, one-on-one. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Now here's Anthony. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Melo showing that he's still got it down there, gets enough space to get up and get to the rim.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Simons, the pass to Kanter. Here's Simons, takes the three. It's rebounded by Portis. And here we go. The feed now to Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here's Lillard. And he banks in the layup. Lillard's got 6.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
To the inside. Here's Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Here's Simons, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
This one for 3. Milwaukee the rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And it's a 10-point Bucks lead.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team. Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Middleton for three, and the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Covington dishes to McCollum. A beautiful reverse layup. McCollum's got it back down to single digits for the Trailblazers.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
Now, here's Tucker. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Powell with the steal. By himself, and the dunk by Powell.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Bucks leading by 7. The pass to Holiday. Lets it go. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Covington, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the... All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 12 points and 1 steal. He's been a different player than he was their last outing when he was off his game. And that'll...
And as we get to this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Brook Lopez is out there with Caruth. Then it's Holiday. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. Oh, good with the triple. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Portland Trailblazers, trailing by 5.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Middleton the pass to Lopez. Lillard against Holiday. Over Lillard. The shot by Holiday, no good. Trailblazers trail by 3. And a wide open look for McCollum that doesn't go on the chance to tie. McCollum's gotten just 1 of 6 shots to fall here. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And again, the Bucks miss.
It's not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Oh, and he went for the 2-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Middleton against Powell. Passes it to Holiday. To the middle. Lopez gets to Middleton. Shot clock at 6. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense. And that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Giannis, he's checked in for Caruth. And then for the Trailblazers, Cantor, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Jones subbed in for Powell.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
They get the rebound. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Antetokounmpo's got 14 points for the game. Lillard against Holiday. And stolen by DiVincenzo. And now the fast break, Middleton with the ball. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. This is his first free throw of the game. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to lose.
It's a solid blueprint. Yes, that goes in.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
Cullen passes to Cannon. A rebound by the Bucks. Lopez has got 6 rebounds in the game.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Maybe a time to rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
10 points in a row from fast breaks. Not a great trend for the D.
Lopez outside. And the dunk by Lopez.
Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's McCollum. Out to Anthony. Nifty move. He lays it in. Anthony's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Bully ball in action as Melo gets himself way deep into the paint where he knows he can score.
Giannis dishes to Lopez. Giannis with it. He's got 14. Middleton the pass to Lopez. Kicks it to Holiday. Middleton inside the three-point line, and Cantor pulls it down.
Kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team.
Nobody near Lillard. Anthony, and staying with the play, Anthony. Anthony's got 6.
I see Melo slink himself into position there, and good timing on the offensive rebound putback.
And stolen by Lillard. And here we go, Anthony heading to the hoop. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Puts up a 3. The rebound by the Bucks. Outside Holiday. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Portland out in front, up by 1. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. The Bucks trail. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th. Anthony out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. Nurkic against Portis. 4 on the clock. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That's foul number 2 for him. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. They lead by 1. Pass to Nurkic. The 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez. The Bucks shooting 47% from the floor. Getting it done. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Giannis has the hard hat on right now, going to work. So good, so long, just terrorizing the D.
Out to Anthony. Outside Covington. Inside Nurkic. Back to Covington. Down low. It's tipped. Lopez with the steal. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break.
Well, when Giannis has room to run, he is fun to watch. get out in transition there.
Trailblazers trail by 3. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Outside Anthony. Good D by Lopez.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. The drive by Nurkic. Lopez with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here for the Trailblazers. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Anthony. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's good from long range. Lillard's got it all tied up now for Portland.
That's a nice shot from Damian Lillard. He feels like he can drain it just about anywhere and appreciates the fact that he's got that kind of range.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Lillard against Holiday. And Lillard kicks to Powell. Stolen by Holiday. And it's the Bucks on the break. Holiday is running. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
How about Drew Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
Lillard against Holiday. Pass to Pop. Back to Lillard. Shoots. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Milwaukee making a switch here. Forbes checked in. Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound, Milwaukee. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Holiday. Lopez outside. Outside Holiday. Dishes it to Giannis. Clock at 6. Here's DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. There's the 3. You can't get that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Lillard from outside. Again the miss by Lillard.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Here's DiVincenzo. Lays it up off the glass. And the Bucks lead by 4.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Lillard attacking. He dishes it to Covington. The pass to Lillard. Over Holiday. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
It's tipped. Antetokounmpo finds Lopez. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Over to the wing. Here's Forbes. No good from outside. No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
Cullen passes to Nurkic. He's looking for Lillard and finds him. It drops.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
Now I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Goes up with it. Antetokounmpo kicks to Forbes. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Now Lillard. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge. Big-time shot from young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're down by 2. 1 second left to play here in the fourth. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion. creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Stolen by McCollum. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, tough situation here, but they do have enough time to get a catch and shoot. It's going to have to be very quick, but they do have time.
Knocked away. So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are...
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up. And just about to get underway as the starting five. Welcome to 2K Sports. We've got a few injuries on their bench. Less options, but you'd think not too big of an impact for them.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the point. Here's Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
So hard to guard, really, without fouling. Leonard is an expert at forcing the issue and getting the call.
Well, Greg, fans and players alike are excited for tonight. This is just not another game on the schedule.
Clash of the Titans in this one. This will be a great test for both teams.
Here's Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Outside Jackson. Up again. And the rebound goes to Lopez. To the inside. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Jackson finds Zubac. Outside for Jackson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe. Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 of 4 so far.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Shoots from the elbow. Lopez grabs the board.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
And it's slammed in by Holiday.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Knocked loose. Zubac kicks to Leonard. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Bucks passing it around. Middleton for 3. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 6-point game. Here's Milwaukee now. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Middleton can't get it to go.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
The Bucks making a switch here. Connaughton's checked in. 1:53 left in the first quarter of the game. From deep three-point range, and the Bucks miss again.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Connaughton after Rajon Rondo's bucket. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. For 3, Middleton. That misses, and he's 0 for 4.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can. You know, that's just sloppy basketball, giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
Rondo with it. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter. Morris kicks to Rondo. Pass to Morris. Shot clock at 5. Launches it. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And he'll shoot free throws here, clearly fouled up. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The Clippers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
Here's Leonard. Banked in off the glass. Leonard's got 6 points.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
Giannis passes to Lopez, and he converts the layup.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And the second quarter about to get started. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what...
This game, it's...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Reggie Jackson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the shooting guard. To the paint, here's Zubac. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Outside, Antetokounmpo. DiVincenzo against George. Lopez inside. And that's going to be a travel. Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point.
You know, he attracts a lot of attention, and Lopez making the most of it there to set his teammate up with an open look.
George passes to Patterson. Fast break, Milwaukee. Connaughton kicks to DiVincenzo. Paul George with the steal. And here we go with Batum heading to the hoop.
Hey, it's one thing to have the physical attributes, the length, the athleticism, to play good defense. But the other part of it is the instincts. And George thinks and feels things defensively as well as anybody in the league. And really Excellent instincts at that end of the floor.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
On the wing, Batum. The three from George. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Connaughton. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for the Clippers. Coffey's checked in, and it's Kennard in for Paul George. And here's Rondo. Down low. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Connaughton. The shot comes out. Great D that time from Rondo. For Los Angeles, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Patterson dishes to Batum. Pass to Kennard. Elbow shot is on the way. And it's good off the back rim and in. Kennard's got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles. They can get back in front with some points right here.
Yeah, they got behind, but really hung in there and didn't let the score get out of hand.
Here we go, all alone. Trips down the breakaway slam.
A reliable defender who uses his length well. Batum is a guy you've got to be careful around. You got to be mindful of his presence.
I mean, with the amount of turnovers they've committed, it's no wonder they're in the position they're in right now.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Pass to Coffey. Clippers moving the ball around. Upside Rondo. Back to Kennard. Inside. And stolen by Portis. Fast break, Milwaukee. The finish. And Portis throws it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right. And that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Oturu, the pass to Rondo. Here's Oturu. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Oturu's got his first points of the night.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. And the pass to Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot. High post try. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter.
Kennard for 3. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach half. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their biggest deficit was 6 points. And that'll do it.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
On the court for the Bucks, we've got Bobby Portis. Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Nora in a power forward. Passes to Nora. To the inside. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Portis.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
George finds Batum. Zubac's in the post. Working on Portis. Zubac's, that's good.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Middleton outside. High post shot. And that one hits back iron.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks trail by 4. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Zubats. Here's Leonard, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Leonard's got 8 points.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Trying to get open is Lopez. Offensive rebound. And the rejection by Zubats.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Looking for George. He gets it there. The 17-footer. 2 points. That one goes. Now it's a 6-point Clipper lead.
And this is one of George's main strengths, a phenomenal mid-range score.
Outside Leonard. Count it. Good.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Giannis inside. He's covered by Leonard. And that one's good by Giannis. And that's now 10 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Clippers leading by 6. Now here's Leonard. He's got 10. Basket good.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Giannis high post. Passes it to Holiday. Back to Antetokounmpo. Trying to get open is Lopez. Antetokounmpo, no good. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. George with the bucket.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. Bryn Forbes comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Clippers have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Jackson passes to Coffey. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. The rebound by the Bucks. Lopez has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Connaughton. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
I thought we might see the defense adjust at halftime to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Clippers leading by 5. 52 seconds left to play in the third. Jackson kicks to Kennard. Jackson passes to Kennard. Just 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. That one, no good. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Pass to Forbes. Lopez right side. Back to Forbes. Middleton outside. Deep. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Here's Oturu. No good there. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Clippers lead by 5. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. They've got Batum. Kennard is out there with Jackson. And it's Coffey in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Outside Jackson. Outside for Batum. Pass to Oturu. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Kennard's shot is off.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No good from Connaughton.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
You know, Batum is not just a scorer. He's a really good all-around player. Very effective at finding the open man, too.
Here's Holiday. A second chance effort. Connaughton passes to Middleton. No good on the triple. Clippers leading by 5. Here's Coffey. Kennard. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
And the dunk by Lopez.
Yeah, bully balling his way to the rack that time. Lopez with a great second effort.
Now Jackson. And there's the pass to Kennard. Fires from 18. That one a little long. Bucks trail by 5. Here's Connaughton. Count it. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Kennard. Defense is right there. It's stolen, and the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. To the middle. Here's Lopez. The kick out to Holiday. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Just 4 to shoot. On the wing, Holiday. Middleton inside the three-point line. That one wide left.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage junk there.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They trail by 3. Here's Leonard. Fouled on the shot and picks. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively. He said, make the easy play. Take care of the ball. We can't afford to just give away golden opportunities. We'll see if they can clean it up, guys.
Thank you, David. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Chris Middleton. George finds Zubats. Back to George. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Boy, the confidence that George brings to his game is also confidence that impacts and injects his teammates. He's a high-octane scorer who's ready to go as soon as the game starts and whenever he gets the ball.
And the first of two, no good, heartbreaking.
You know, I still think Rondo is a great role player in the league. He knows he's out there to distribute the ball and provide leadership on the floor, and he does both really well.
Here's Forbes, nailed from three-point land. Forbes has got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. Rondo kicks to Leonard. Passes it to George. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot two. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
And every single season, Paul George has kicked his game up another level. I think he's a premier two-way forward who gets it done at both ends.
Antetokounmpo against Leonard. And it's Giannis missing. The shot by George, wide open. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers. And Milwaukee has possession. Antetokounmpo kicks it to Tucker. Pass to DiVincenzo. Launches a three. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Morris outside. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. George passes to Zubac, and Leonard has it in the corner. Morris. And the layup's good off the glass. And now a 12-point Clipper lead.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg.